Hello there, I'm Trevor Allen introducing on behalf of Audio Visual Sports another fine rugby league game. And the one we have for you is the clash between Eastern Suburbs and Cronulla. It was a Sydney Club Premiership game played in 1968 on a cold, bleak day at the Sydney Sports Ground, hence the small crowd. Eastern Suburbs had some stars that you will remember well in those days, of course, and they are McKean, Peard, Mays, Sadler, Ashley and Riley, just to mention a few. And on the other hand, Cronulla didn't have many stars, but they had a couple of players that had come from other clubs that you may remember. Sams from St George and Wilson, that's Graham Wilson, from Newtown, were in the side. Other players on that day for Cronulla were Abercrombie, Hughes and Dutton, and of course many others' names will come rushing back to you. The highlights in this game are some really good tries, some solid defence by both teams, and some missed goals that proved fairly costly early in the game. It was, for your information, round 15 of 1968. East were on 18 points and Cronulla were struggling at the centre on 9 points. For your information, Manly were leading the competition on 21 points. It was played under the 4-tackle rule. It was an important game for Cronulla, and it was refereed by Les Samuelson.
Ready for the start now to the Eastern Suburbs Cronulla Sutherland game from the sports ground. Eastern Suburbs kicking off from right to left. That's the Cronulla side on your screen at the moment. Abercrombie, Westwood and Cox are the wings. Taylor and Dutton are the centres. Money and Hughes the halves. Sams, McDougall, Kay, Thornton, Hines and Wilson make up the pack. The Eastern Suburbs side, it's McKean, Mullins, Hayes, Matthews, Sadler, Peard and Hayes, Mays are the halves. Riley the lock, Ashley and Mayhew the second row, Chambers, Scott and Schultz constitute the front row. Cronulla running from left to right in the dark shorts, Eastern Suburbs from right to left. In possession now is McKean, the Eastern Suburbs fullback. Made a good break to the Cronulla 25, taken low round the ankles there and put down on Cronulla's 25. Eastern Suburbs, Mays, out to Schultz. Schultz gets it away to Ashley. Ashley with a headgear. Easy play to distinguish, number 9. Plays it back to Schultz. Out to Mays. McKean up there once again into the back line. Fourth tackle coming up. See if Ashley's position for a drop at goal. No, Mays has gone for the kick through. Ball bounces, straight over into the arms of Graham Mayhew, and he couldn't hold it. And it was a penalty, an offside play there by Mayhew. He was in front of the kicker, so that a penalty has been awarded to Cronulla, about 10 yards, 7 yards out from their goal line. Abercrombie, the fullback, kicks and finds touch a few yards short of the 25. Hughes. Pass away to Graham Wilson. Wilson slips the pass to Thornton. They're playing with a band around his head to keep the ears down, flush against the skull. McDougall got the pass away to Money. Money kicks upfield into Eastern Suburbs territory. Hayes racing back for it. Eastern Suburbs wing. Lets it go between his legs. Can't evade a good diving tackle by Westwood. And now the kick back upfield from McKean, and it's a beauty. A gain of, diagonally about 55 yards, I'd say the gain with that kick. And now a penalty's been awarded to Eastern Suburbs here. There must have been interference with McKean as he kicked that ball. Sadler now to find touch. Not a very good kick. Didn't have much angle to aim for. And East will restart play with a tap on the Cronulla 25. Peard gets it away nicely on the burst then to Mayhew, who came close to him. And a penalty straight away to Eastern Suburbs for offside play by quite a few of the Cronulla players, infringing the 5 yards in the ruck. The first opportunity for Eastern Suburbs to open their score. McKean taking this one from opposite the left-hand upright. And 20 yards out from the Cronulla line. Not a very big crowd in attendance. Very cold, bleak conditions here at the sports ground. McKean taking a long while over this kick. Moves in now. It's unsuccessful. Scores remain 0-0 after 4.5 minutes play. The referee in today's game, Mr. Les Samuelson. Hughes kicks off for Cronulla. It's out on the full, and here's another penalty, a mandatory one to the Eastern Suburbs side, and will give McKean another opportunity. This is one of those irritating things that happen in a game of football. A waste of 2 points, Cronulla. Happens every week. McKean being given a second chance from right in front on the 25. McKean this season has so far scored 88 points for Eastern Suburbs. 44 goals. And that one's successful, so that takes him up to 90 points for the season. And Eastern Suburbs 2, Cronulla 0. Hines drops the ball behind him, picks it up and rectifies the mistake and goes forward. The fourth tackle. Abercrombie driving the ball back into Eastern Suburbs territory. It's fielded by McKean. McKean has doubled round behind one of his own players, and there's shepherding there and a penalty to Cronulla right in front of the goalpost, about 23 yards out from the Eastern Suburbs line. 2-0 in Eastern Suburbs' favour. He's moving in now. Gets that one between the uprights, so the scores are 2-all at the sports ground. Matthews kicks off for Cronulla. The ball straight into Cronulla's in-goal area. Goes over the dead ball line. Restart a play from the 25. Restart play with a tap. Hughes fires it out to Wilson. Wilson bumps off one defender, but put down by Jeff Chambers. To McDougall. McDougall backslammed heavily to the ground there, about 12 yards out from his 25. Hines to the blind side. Got the pass away to Kay. Kay to Marnie. Marnie back into number 4 there, Dutton. Dutton going well. Takes play 10 yards inside Eastern Suburbs half. A little bit thin, the Eastern Suburbs defence out there, but the play was switched the wrong way by the Cronulla player. Ball kicked through into Eastern Suburbs territory. Hayes got the pass away then. It's out to Matthews. Matthews 10 yards short of the halfway line. Riley to Mays. Out to Peard. A long pass from Peard to McKean. McKean can't avoid the tackle. Gets the pass then on to Cole Scott. About 3 yards from the halfway line. Well taken by young Peard. That ball was right above his head when he took that one. McKean in possession. Kicks through. Fielded by Abercrombie back in his 25. Evades the first tackle. Got the pass back inside to Cox. Cox 10 yards from halfway. McDougall on to Kay. No, and he did well to pick that one up, the Cronulla 5'8". Graham Sams running from dummy half has burst right through the Eastern Suburbs defence, through a pass, and it's fallen on by a Cronulla player. But slow Eastern Suburbs getting into position then. Hughes steps, comes back inside. Loses the ball. Eastern Suburbs in possession. It's out to Ashley. Ashley gets it away to Mayhew. Mayhew steps inside, got the pass away to a support on the halfway line. Now Ashley from dummy half kicks upfield. Abercrombie there to field it. Evades Ashley's tackle. Straightens, still going. Ashley comes again and picks him up from behind. Kay, the English forward. Played to Taylor, out to Hughes, Wilson, Kangaroo, got a pass away, it was a bad one, but Cronulla still in possession on the 4th tackle. Sams, back to Abercrombie. Drives the ball upfield, it bounces on its point. Hayes is there to field it. Takes play over the halfway line. Schultz on to Riley. Riley elects to kick through. A nice little grubber kick, takes play 9 yards from the Cronulla 25. Scrum to be fed by Terry Hughes, the Cronulla halfback. Eastern Suburbs ball. On to Sadler. Sadler penetrating deep into Cronulla territory. Eastern Suburbs on the move now. Out to Riley. Riley throws the dummy. Can't get a pass away as he's put to the ground by Terry Hughes. Peard. Mays. Matthews. McKean, quick hands to Sadler. Sadler tackle but not put down. It's the 4th tackle. McDougall once again taking a long while to get to his feet, the Cronulla second rower. But this scrum about 5 yards inside Cronulla's 25. Very sloppy looking scrum, but there's been a penalty awarded to Eastern Suburbs for hands in the scrum. Scores at this stage 2-all. Goal successful to Alan McKean. Scores now favour Eastern Suburbs 4-2. Eastern Suburbs in possession, back in their 25. Mayhew got the pass back inside to Mays. Mays, the little half, replacing Kevin Juni in the Eastern Suburbs lineup. Peared to Matthews, back inside to Sadler, to Schultz, I'm sorry. Scott fires it back to Mayhew, elects to run on his own to the halfway line. It's the fourth tackle. The scrum now right in the middle of the halfway line. Cronulla ball. Hughes tackled by his opposite number, Mays, before he could do anything on that occasion. Out to McDougall. McDougall out to Taylor. Can't go anywhere there. Decides to swivel back inside. He slipped through three Eastern Suburbs defenders by swivelling around. To Hughes. Put the pass away to Money. Money put down before he can make any progress. Eastern Suburbs still tackling well. Hughes kicks upfield. Taken by Hayes. 3 yards outside his 25. Riley. Quickly onto Mayhew. Back inside to Mays. The halfback who's playing some good running football here for Eastern Suburbs. Onto Scott. Onto Ashley. Got the pass back inside to Peared. The sun coming out now. The first time we've seen it today. Matthews. Out to Schultz. Schultz back into Sadler. Sadler evades the tackle of Wilson. Got it to Matthews. Matthews through one tackle. Got a pass away to Sadler again, and Sadler will go in underneath the post for Eastern Suburbs. Good backing up by all concerned there in the Eastern Suburbs move. They carried play on very well. Always a man in position to take the pass. And that McKean now moving in from a very, or moving back, but be moving in a second from a very easy position right under the goal post. Oh, and he's missed it. Unbelievable. 7 points to 2. Eastern Suburbs lead. Cronulla not showing a great deal of attacking ability today. They've had a lot of problems penetrating this Eastern Suburbs defence. The pass out to Dutton. Dutton got a bad pass away there. It's picked up by Abercrombie, the fullback, who got it away to Westwood. He's put down by Hayes. Abercrombie out to Taylor. Sights an opening, going nicely. Got the pass away to Dutton. Dutton got it out there to Money. Money out to Cox. Cox up the sideline. And first time for some time they've been in Eastern Suburbs territory. Cronulla now out to Money, to Sams. Sams to Wilson. Wilson onto Dutton. Dutton accelerating through nicely. Got the pass away. And it's out to Westwood. And Westwood goes hard for the line and scores. It's a try wide out by Westwood. Good team football to belie my remark of a few seconds ago about Cronulla not being able to penetrate this Eastern Suburbs defence. And quick chain passing along the line and a good penetrating run from Dutton make it 7-9-5 in Eastern Suburbs' favour. Hughes from the sideline moves in, the ball's coming back in and is successful. My word, that was a good kick right from the sideline, and Hughes has made up for some of the other misses. That makes it 9-7 in Eastern Suburbs' favour. Matthews comes up for Eastern Suburbs to restart play. Back to Hughes. Hughes lets it go through his hands. It's picked up by Cox in his own in-goal area. Makes 10 yards out into the field of play before he's tackled. Thornton to dummy half. Got it away to Kay. Kay back to Thornton. Thornton out to Cox. Cox 10 yards from the 25. Bomber Hines gets it out to Wilson. Wilson crashing his way straight at the Eastern Suburbs defence. Fourth tackle coming up. Hines running from dummy half. Thrown himself right into the clears. Bomber Hines looking for support. Got the pass away then to Dutton, and Dutton takes it to the halfway line. I think that's the longest run that Bomber Hines has made in his football career. They swung him through the defence and he scurried away for another 15-yard gain. Bill Kerr, while we're talking about Bomber Hines, what about the scrum and penalty tallies so far?
Well, the scrum position is 2-all in the scrums. The penalties favour Cronulla Sutherland by 7-5. That's another scrum there to Eastern Suburbs, so that makes them 3-2.
Right, Eastern Suburbs hot on attack now as that ball's into May's hands, out to Schultz. Schultz channeling his way forward, got a pass away, but the Eastern Suburbs player Mays couldn't do anything with it, had to fall on it. Out to Scott, Scott to Riley. Riley slammed to the ground, 10 yards inside Cronulla's 25. McKean trying for a drop at goal, it's a bad one, goes straight into Sam's arms. The lock forward, he accelerates his way forward, gets it to Westwood. Westwood can't avoid Hayes' tackle. Hayes, a very good defender in this Eastern Suburbs side. Abercrombie plays it back to Hines. McDougall on the blind side. Got the pass away, the ball's loose. And it's a penalty against Riley, the Eastern Suburbs lock forward, for holding back one of the Cronulla players from getting to the ball. (9-7) Eastern Suburbs lead with 9 minutes remaining to half time. Hughes to Wilson. Oh, Wilson came in for some torrid work there. He's battered back a yard in that tackle. Out to McDougall. Money, the 5'8", in possession. McDougall running from dummy half to the halfway line. The fourth tackle coming up. Money, a little right foot kick through, taken well by Mullins. Tall, rangy winger. Winds himself up for a run. Still going. Got a pass away, which is knocked down by Taylor. And the knock-on took place 5 yards from the halfway line, in the middle of the field. 9-7, Eastern Suburbs leading. Ball's out the Eastern Suburbs side, out to Peard. Peard got it away then to Mays. Mays has his legs taken right from underneath him. Riley uses the blind side to Sadler. Sadler through one tackle, stumbles into Cronulla's 25. Mays, Schultz, back inside to Chambers. Got the pass away to Ashley. Ashley runs into the defence there, can't get a pass away. Mayhew from dummy half. Fourth tackle. And Bomber Hines, the Cronulla hooker, not having it all his own way in the set scrums. The scores 9-7 in Eastern Suburbs' favour. This scrum being fed by Terry Hughes, the Cronulla halfback. It's a Cronulla ball. Hughes comes the open side, but Riley, the East locks there quickly to stop him from running. McDougall out to Kay. Kay to Money. Money can't go anywhere without legs as Matthews moved quickly in to defend. To Dutton. Dutton running with a lot of determination today. Taylor got the pass away to Abercrombie. Did very well to hold that one. It was down around his shins when he picked it up. McDougall got the pass away to Dutton. Dutton up the sideline, steps back inside the defence, got Westwood outside, but elects to go on his own. Got a perfect pass away to Peard, the Eastern Suburbs 5'8". Peard must have called for that ball. Riley out to Mays. Out then to McKean. The kick through by McKean. It's much too big. And went right out on the full. The scrum will take place inside Eastern Suburbs territory. Eastern Suburbs leading 9-7. with about 7 minutes remaining to 6.5 minutes remaining to half time. And it's a penalty to Cronulla. It's against the halfback Mays for failing to retire behind his scrum. Well, let's see what Cronulla do with this one. They could level the scores if somebody could kick a goal from this point, but it'll be a good kick from near the halfway line with these breezy conditions. Hughes is going to try. 9-7 on Eastern Suburbs' favour. And the hooter has gone for half-time. I was a little bit out in our timing here. The stopwatch we have must be faulty. Hughes moves in to kick, slightly kicked the ground. Falls well short. Peared in possession. On to Mays. Mays is tackled, and the half-time scores favour Eastern Suburbs 9 points to 7 against Cronulla at the sports ground. And from the kick-off to restart play in the second half for Eastern Suburbs, fullback McKean drove the ball back right into Cronulla's half with a very long kick and found touch 12 yards inside Cronulla's half. So a complete change of fortune there. Referee Mr. Samuelson not happy with that scrum, wants it down again. The penalty here, it's against the halfback once again. Hughes not retiring behind his scrum. Matthews will try a long-range goal for Eastern Suburbs. The score's 9-7 on Eastern Suburbs' favour. McKean kicks and it's unsuccessful. The ball falling short of the goal by about 7 yards. Not a very good kick, and now Cronulla penned in their 25. Drop pass there, and Eastern Suburbs players swarm in, but there'd been a knock on too as the Eastern Suburbs man tried to pick it up. Scrum midway between the Cronulla goal line and the 25. Cronulla ball. Hughes, the little half, threw the pass then, and it was intercepted on the ground by an Eastern Suburbs player. Now East are right on attack here, about 3 yards out from Cronulla's line. Schultz fires it out to Chambers. Chambers to Mays. The half puts his head down and burrows forward. Play 10 yards out. Let's see if Ashley can get himself set for a drop at goal here. It's out to Matthews. Matthews drops for goal. It's unsuccessful, just underneath the bar. No change in scores. 9-7, Eastern Suburbs lead. Hughes restarts play from the 25. Out to McDougall. Thornton to dummy half. Fires it on to Wilson. Wilson runs straight into the defence, but makes a gain of about 10 yards. Thornton to Hughes. Out to McDougall. Very tall player, McDougall. Thornton. Back to Abercrombie. Kicks upfield. McKean takes it 10 yards from his 25. There's a penalty going to be awarded to Cronulla up here. And this must have been for interference of, let's see which player it is. That's Schultz, the hooker, who's been penalised, and the penalty will take place about 35 yards out from the Eastern Suburbs line. The score's 9-7 in Eastern Suburbs' favour. This one can be the equaliser. Hughes moving in now. And it's successful, so scores a level here at